Well, my friends, press F in the chat to pay respects to another fallen studio. Welcome back to another video here on the channel today. Getting back to some gaming news. I apologize, it's been slow on the news side of things lately. I know a lot of you guys seem to have been enjoying the news, gaming news I was doing, especially around leading up to the launch of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Let me know if that is something you do want to see more consistently here on the channel. I love doing all kinds of things gaming, and I never know if that's like too much variety. So your guys' feedback is always much appreciated, honestly. So, you know, whether it's critical or it's kind or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Any feedback definitely helps, so we can continue growing and getting better. You know, you always want to get better things in life. But anyways, speaking of life, that was a horrible segue. Let's just forget that I even tried to do that. Activision has basically annihilated Toys for Bob. They haven't really annihilated them, but they placed them onto Call of Duty. Yes, that's true. And this was a few days ago. This was reported. We have a couple things to talk about regarding Call of Duty, by the way. And when I seen this, I just kind of face palmed into a wall, a very rough brick wall, because I just couldn't believe it. Because first we had Vicarious Visions, right? Which Activision placed onto Diablo. And I was very disappointed in that because Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered and whatnot. You know, they worked on that, and you know, I don't know if that means there's not going to be any future for Tony Hawk Pro Skater now. I mean, I thought it was coming back. We all thought it was coming back, and then they turn around and are like, yeah, well, you know, Vicarious Visions, they're going to be going to work on Diablo. Oh, okay. Sure. And then we have Toys for Bob. Now, maybe you're not super familiar with the name, but you should be familiar with the games. They remastered the Spyro trilogy, which I loved as a kid back in the day on PS1, and the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. Now, here's where things get even better for them. Well, not now, but it did for a moment in time. They're the ones that made Crash Bandicoot 4. Now, here's the thing you have to understand about Crash Bandicoot 4, okay? You got 3 games that were beloved by fans from back in the day, from PS1 days, right? And there's kind of this thing where if a different studio, different developers take over a game, especially with that much time in between, usually the game is just, it doesn't feel the same. It's like, whatever, man. It's like, it doesn't feel like the good old days. That was not the case for Crash 4. With Crash 4, it felt like the good old days. It felt like it tied in perfectly with the first 3 games. You know, gameplay, mechanics, story, visuals. Like, it felt like it was the next logical kind of sequence of games after the 3rd game. At least for me personally, right? The 3 games felt great back in the day. You know, you always worry about this kind of thing. Like, for example, I love Gears of War, and as much as I still love Gears 4 and Gears 5 because they are really great games, they don't have the same feel as they did with Gears 1, 2, and 3 because it's a different studio. Same thing with Halo, you know? I enjoyed Halo 5 and even Halo 4 to a certain extent, but not the same way I enjoyed Halo 1, 2, and 3, or even Halo Reach, because different developers, right? Bungie doing, you know, the other ones, whereas 343 Industries took over for 4 and 5. So, you know, it's just one of those things that you kind of expect, but Toys for Bob nailed it, in my opinion. They nailed Crash 4, and it was looking good, and I was hoping, you know what, maybe they're going to come out and they're going to do a Spyro 4. I mean, I know there's been other Spyro games since Spyro, you know, 3, but, you know, I don't count those games because those are kind of like, I don't know, we just don't talk about those, okay? So I thought that was going to happen, but then Toys for Bob tweets out April 29th, that Toys for Bob is proud to support development for Season 3 of Call of Duty Warzone and look forward to more to come. So now, here's the thing. Is it only for Season 3, or is it for, like, pretty much everything? Is it going to be like this from now on, or are they just trying to help with Season 3 because, you know, the state of the world right now is putting developers back a little bit, and they need a little bit more, you know, power behind their development for Warzone. And obviously Warzone is a huge part of Activision, Call of Duty as a whole. You know, whether you love it or hate it, doesn't matter. The fact is it's a big money maker for Activision at the end of the day. So, you know, they're gonna put resources where the money is. You know, so, you know, that's unfortunate for some of us who like, you know, those other games that maybe are not as popular right? Like those good old day games, right? Like Spyro and Crash and Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and I'm gonna cry, man. Anyways, so that's basically what's going on there. Now, let me give you guys a quick little summary real quick before we move on. This means these are the developers, the studios working on Call of Duty as of right now. We have Infinity Ward, we have Treyarch, we have Raven Software, we have Sledgehammer Games, we have BENQ, we have High Moon Studios, Toys for Bob Now, Activision Shanghai, and Demonware. We have 9 different studios within the Activision umbrella, 9 working on Call of Duty, which is insane. Obviously, you know, Infinity Ward and Treyarch, they're like the big ones. Sledgehammer Games, I don't even know what they're doing anymore. The whole development cycle, excuse me, got kind of confusing at one point. So I don't know if they're still, if they're like, well, the rumor is that they're making this year's Call of Duty, and it's going to be like a part 2, I guess, to World War II. I don't know if you would call it a part 2, but I wouldn't mind that, honestly. World War II is a great game, but some people are complaining about that. Anyways, point is, a lot of studios working exclusively on COD. I don't know why. It's mind-boggling to me, and it's like, I get it. You know, it's their big money maker, but I tweeted this out the other day, something along the lines that it's unfortunate because gaming has become so corporate driven. Now, obviously, you know, it's always been a business where, you know, developers and studios and publishers, you know, they got to make their money. I get it. You know, I get that 100%. But it's become so corporate focused that it's like, I feel like and I've been saying this for a while, I feel like the room for creativity has been kind of choked because of the corporate side of things. You know what I mean? I feel like the suits, if you will, have basically choked out, you know, creativity to the point where it's like, you know, we have to hit these key points to make sure that, you know, we have this very specific structure in our games. And I feel like that's just taken some of the fun out of the games. Like, just think about it. If you're old enough, think about it. If you're not old enough, then you can't really think about it because you didn't live back in the day. But think about it. Think about how games were back then and how they are now. And I'm not saying games are not great now. They are. But I feel like some of the fun has been kind of sucked out of it. You know, it's like sucking the life out of something. You know what I mean? Because I always use this example, okay? With Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Neversoft, they, in between, you know, like on breaks and in between actually working on the game, they would have a freaking mini ramp in the back of their studio and they would go skate. They were literally just skating in between. And they were just having fun with it, you know? It was just a good time. They had Rodney Mullen over there, and he was just doing some cool tricks, and they're all like, yo, this is crazy, man. Rodney, it's crazy. Rodney's like the friggin' godfather of skateboarding, pretty much. So, you know, obviously they were excited. But anyways, the point is, I just feel like, I know businesses are businesses. They got to make money, but I feel like, you know, at the same time, you want to be creative. It's like if you listen to a band, right? A band who's become successful. Some of them become so successful they try to just replicate the same things, and it gets dull, and it's like, oh, whatever, dude. But in other bands, they keep the creativity there, right? It's like they don't look at their success like, okay, you know, we're big now, so let's just keep replicating what we're doing. No, they just keep having fun with creating their music, right? And that's what I feel has happened. It's like those bands that try to replicate the same thing. They just try to copy paste and do the same thing, and there's not a lot of life in it, you know. And I feel like that's basically what's happened with gaming, you know, because of the corporate side of things. Anyways, I'm ranting too long about this. I'm sorry. This is going to turn into a JSkeleton rants, which is more of a podcast that I have as well. Anyways, we'll move on to the next piece of news, which is apparently there's a COD leaker that is claiming Modern Warfare 3 campaign remastered is definitely coming in 2021. Now, is that a surprise? Not really. This sounds very plausible because, you know, the fact that, you know, they're saying it's just the campaign sounds exactly like Activision would do, because that's what they did with Modern Warfare 2. It's, you know, forget the fact that the fans actually desperately want Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer. We're just gonna give them the campaign, which, you know, I love the campaign, don't get me wrong, but it's like, dude, come on, man, the multiplayer, everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. I mean, I get it, you know, you don't want to take attention off to the games you're currently doing, but like, think especially right now with the state of the world, the rumor has it that they actually made the multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. They just never released it. If that's true, they could have just skipped a year. Skip Call of Duty this year. Take more time to work on it. Just give us Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Whatever, man. You know, Warzone is Warzone. That's where most people are playing anyways, you know. For the rest of us multiplayer peasants, give us multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2, man. I want it so bad. Anyways, so again, you know, the rumor is, it's just a rumor, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know, you know, I don't know if it's true, but it sounds very possible. Apparently this leaker is saying that it should be coming in Q2, which is the original plan, with 1 month exclusive to PlayStation, just like it was with Modern Warfare 2. So a follow-up to that original post said that it was originally set for Q2 of this year under a deal with PlayStation, but not sure if that's still the case. Apparently it's definitely still coming at some point this year. So it may not come in Q2, but it may. So the leaker is on Twitter, the MW2 Ghost, at the MW2 Ghost, if you want to see the original, you know, source. But I don't know. I mean, it sounds very possible. I think, you know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, it came out, you know, it was the campaign. It feels like the next logical thing would be Modern Warfare 3, especially because they've already remastered COD 4 as well, right? Which is weird because COD 4 came with multiplayer, right? Maybe that's why they're not doing multiplayer for 2 and 3, is because, like, they've seen how, like, the multiplayer for 4 kind of divided the fan base between Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But, dude, like, once I played Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer, I was like, man, we need two. We need two, but it never happened. So, I don't know. Take it what you will, but it just seems logical that at some point Modern Warfare 3 campaign remastered would come out, and hopefully at some point the multiplayer for MW2 remastered. Come on, Activision, please toss us a bone here, man. Like, I'm dying for it. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this one up here. I've ranted way too long. I just wanted to share that information and news and whatnot with you guys. Share the knowledge of the internet. I don't know what I'm saying. That was stupid. But anyways, point is, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to see more news videos, do let me know, and we'll keep doing them. Kind of discussions like this. But you know, it depends, you know, how much support there is for these kind of videos. I do enjoy talking about stuff like this, as you could tell, so hopefully. But if you are new to the channel, stick around. We do a variety of gaming content, let's plays, gameplays, guides, gaming news, all the goodness of the gaming world. I love games, and I'm sure you guys do too if you're here. So I'll see you guys soon in another one. Stay safe, stay well, and until then, game on. Thanks for watching.